Hey Jake, in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to bring in more customers to your business. My name is Seleni and I work with small business owners across the state of Utah. I'm actually down in Utah County myself. I was just doing some research on businesses in your area and Kingz plumbing really stood out to me, so I put together a quick custom video for you about your online presence and specifically how you stack up against your competitors. There's no sales pitch here, just pure value. So at this point, you're probably sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what is in it for me? Oftentimes, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they just don't know who is an expert and who isn't. So I have found that just by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it's resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hand and saying, I like you, Seleni, please do this for me. So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that could help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or even if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. So let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition. I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine, so I'll be as brief as possible. The 3 things that I want to cover today is first, content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. Looking over here at your website, content is basically anything here that you can see on your homepage that we're able to highlight. This can include text, pictures, what the pictures are saved as, and even what's behind the pictures. That can all be considered content. So actually looking here at your website, looks like a lot of these images look to have the same name, so it's great that we've got some keywords in there. They do all appear to have the exact same tags there, but that's kind of an example of what those images could be saved as well. All of this content are just things that the Google bots can read and basically get an idea of what is this business, what services do you offer, the areas you're targeting, and that's going to position you in the search ranking. So the goal is having unique and authoritative content, and you want to have enough of it to add in the keywords or key phrases that people are actually searching for in Google in order for them to find the services that you actually offer. Most business owners know that they do need content, but they don't know that the average length of the top ranking company on Google for plumbing is 1,500 to 2,400 words. So for you to show up at the top of Google, you need to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage. And then again, it has to have the right keywords and phrases. Right now, it looks like your website has only about 1,100, 1,200 words, whereas if we flip over to one of the other top competitors here, scrolling through their website, these guys have around like 2,700 words. This is beatable. We just need to add in that keyword-rich content to your website. Now, we're going to head over to one of my tools called Ahrefs. This is a really cool tool. Typically costs about $200 to $300 per month, but it essentially gives me behind-the-scene details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site and can get an idea of what is working well for you and your competition. So I ran a quick scan of your competitor here. One of the other people are placing top. And initially we can see an overview of how they are doing. We can see their keywords here and the type of traffic that their website is bringing in. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper here to the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for and what your customers are actually searching for every month. So as you can see here, your competitor is ranking in the 2nd position for Salt Lake Plumber with about 500 searches per month. Also, 3rd position, Salt Lake City Plumber, about 810 searches every month. 3rd position, Salt Lake City Plumbers, 170 searches per month. Now, if we jump back over here to your website, we can also say the same thing, kind of an overview into your website as well. We can see the keywords here and the type of traffic it's bringing in. So again, jumping into your keywords, we're seeing, let me jump in and find. So I don't actually see very many for plumbers. I noticed with your website, I mean, you're focusing on plumbing and plumbers. I see a lot of like with West Jordan, if you're focusing on that Salt Lake area, similarly to the competitors, you can see the higher search volume right here, you know, when we're jumping back over into them. So again, jumping over into here, really your top ranking keyword right here is drain cleaning Utah. You're in the 14th position, which is really second, third page of Google here. So again, it's close as far as keywords and content goes, but Google is really seeing your website and seeing that these are the types of things that it thinks that your website is and what position you're falling into. Again, it is close, but it's not what your ideal customers are actually typing into Google. So the first thing that you need to do to beat your competition online is to get your site to the minimum of the 1,500 keyword-rich content on your homepage, because really that's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you can get this done. So now we're actually going to jump over here into Google. I've Googled plumbers, Salt Lake City. It was one of those top ranking keywords that people are searching for every month. First of all, we see this ads section. And here's the thing about ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in. So be really careful not to burn your money with ads until you know for sure that your site is going to convert. So we're actually going to jump down below the ads section, and here this area has to do a lot with that second important thing that we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, what's a citation? Why do they matter? And those are both great questions. You see the Google Maps section here, this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it, I'm sure you've used it at some point, and you've probably even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? Well, as you can see with these results, we can see the business's names, addresses, phone numbers. Those are all known as NAP, N-A-P. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So let me explain the number one thing that you can do today to push your business up on the Map Pack. Right now, you're not ranking anywhere in the top rankings here. Just to kind of give you a representation here, you want to have your business's name, address, and phone number listed in as many directories as possible so that people can actually find your business. Directories are places like Yelp, Hot Frog, City Star, and a couple hundred other directories. When you get more citations than your competitor, especially citations from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts and you gain more trust from Google, therefore pushing you to the top above your competition in the Map Pack. So at this point, you're probably asking yourself, great, but how do I actually do that? Well, it's really simple. I use sites like White Spark, Bright Local. Those tell us exactly what directories your company are listed on. And then we can literally go down their list and match their directories that they're on. But we don't want to stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has like 100 citations, we want to have 150 or 200 citations so that it takes them a long time to catch up. And that pretty much wraps up citations here. So running back over to Google for that top keyword here in this area, we're going to talk about the third thing that I want to go over with you today, which is backlinks. So we often call this link juice. This is the third pillar that will really help you dominate on Google. So just below the map section here, we're running down into this section. This is the organic listing section. And really, this is where you want to be. I'm not seeing your site here as number one, but this is where our goal is to be. And in order to get there, you need to beat out your competition in every aspect. Really, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, that all comes down to backlinks. Simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think like this. If site A links to site B, then A is giving B some of its link juice or authority, kind of like a vote of confidence in Google's eyes. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. The easiest way to think about link juice is to simply think about it almost like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the most cool, popular kid or sites in this situation to be pointing back and recommending you. So we want the most high quality sites linking back to us to show that we are popular in Google's eyes. But more to it than that, not all backlinks are created equal. Quality over quantity here. The backlinks you obtain work a lot more effectively when you have relevant sites linking back to you. So for example, if you've got a local blog or maybe a construction company linking to you, that would be way more effective than if you had an ice cream shop or Pizza Hut linking back at you. Because hey, you don't make pizzas for a living, right? So jumping back over here into my tool here, we can see here in the overview that you've got about 53 backlinks pointing back at your site. Not bad, but not dominant. If we jump over here to your competitors, let me jump over here into their overview. They've got 129 backlinks and from some strong relevant sources as well. So again, how do we get these? Well, here in Ahrefs, we can see exactly which sites are linking to them, and we can go get these same links for your business. Again, this is very beatable with time. Getting you to the top is not magic by any means. It's just a method. And I've shown you the exact method today. So again, in closing, the 3 things that you can do today to grow your online presence is to focus on first your content, getting your homepage to at least that 1,500 words with the right keywords and right phrases that people are actually searching for so they can find you. Second, citations. You want to have around 200 to 300 of these to beat out your competition by a landslide. And then lastly, backlinks and link juice. You just want to make sure that you've got more relevant sites pointing back to you guys to show Google that you are an authority. If you implement those strategies today, you could be number 1 across Google. So I'm sure you're wondering, well, now what? You can go ahead and take this information I've provided to you today, do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you have found this information valuable and you are one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route to save yourself time and hassle, simply respond to my email. I'd love to chat and dive deeper into your specific situation and see what I can do to help your business really thrive. Again, my name is Seleni and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one.